Investigators here who are inside continue to try to squeeze out information from this captured criminal who has kept them on the hunt for the last 23 days.
And what about charges specifically?
Yeah, he hasn't been charged yet, but we're hearing he might be soon. Now, the Clinton County District Attorney said today that while Sweat is in prison for life, as we know on those 2002 murder charges, he could be looking now at years of solitary confinement, maybe up to 12.
Judge Andrew Napolitano, our chief judicial analyst, Laura Ingle reporting that people are telling her he could get 12 years in ISO.
I think that's probably what the police are telling her, so I'm sure Laura's reporting what she's hearing, but that would not be permissible under New York state law. The punishment for escape is only whatever the court metes out, and that will be determined by a trial if there is one. I don't think there'll ever be one, or a plea deal between the prosecutors and his lawyers, which is, I suggest, the way this will go, because the last thing the governor wants is a trial.
You might be thinking, why wouldn't the governor want a trial for this guy? A guy who got out of prison, cost the state more than $20 million. I guess you have to think politics.
Well, here's the here's the type of information that will come out in the trial. How did the governor's people totally mismanage this prison? Contraband coming in, contraband going out. Lifers walking free throughout the building. Lifers being given a tour of the secured part of the building by prison officials. Lifers having sex with a prison official. She's not just a guard, she's in management. How is it that the search for these people was delayed by 4 or 5 hours, according to sources for the New York Post, in which state police said the governor would effectively delayed the search until he arrived at the prison, could be given a tour of the escape route, and then could take the television cameras on a tour of the escape route? How is it that when they caught the first guy, he was executed in the head with 3 bullets rather than shot at so as to save his life and captured, which was the reason they were after him? How is it that the second guy, the one where Laura was just talking about, was shot twice in the back when he had no gun with him, was not a deadly threat, when it's unlawful in the state of New York to shoot at a prisoner, and it's always unlawful to shoot in the back? Now, there are answers to each of these questions, but the government does not want, the governor does not want this played out in a courtroom where he can't control what those answers will be.